akpọ anụ afa, erie umeji ya. If you call the name of an animal, then you can be able to eat the liver. Akpọ anụ afa, erie umeji ya. You cannot, and asị na ọya ama ya, ọya na-amara afa ya adịkwa ọgwụgwọ. A sickness that doesn't have name is a sickness that is very difficult to cure. But a sickness you know the name already, there is options of curing that sickness. Are you understanding? Because now you know you are suffering from mental disorder. Then what are the critics? What are the things you're supposed to do to cure someone who is suffering from mental disorder, mental illness? The person now needs to be rehabilitated. If you listen to many of our teachings, many of our messages, our Mazen Nambekano, our PM, he say, going back, changing the narratives of yesterday, rehabilitating the brain and resetting the brain of our people. And there is what we titled this message is, this is a continuous program. I do not know if I have to start this program so it will be in a fresh album, or I should just keep on from here. Now, what we are doing is, we know that the restoration of Biafra is a very difficult task. The last miracle on this very planet Earth, just as our leader Mazen Nnamdi said. When PM came, PM told you that to make Biafra, to actualize the miracle behind the Biafra, what you need is a template to get the miracle actualized. You can't just actualize Biafra with a miracle without working towards the miracle. In Nigeria is where you see pastors, they will tell you, put your hands on your head, begin to pray that God will answer you, without putting anything, any physical job at hand. That is how they destroy the mentality of the people. But for you to work that a miracle will be, something will become a miracle, or a prediction will come to fulfillment, you need to work. A prediction is another way of pronouncing prophecy. Prediction is when you predict that a Biafra is coming. Biafra, then you follow the template. That's why PM says that the one he is doing is not a miracle. He is following the template to get the miracle actualized. Are you getting the message? And right now, you are watching from 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. Biafran Gospel and the Bible. Divine Providence. Divine Providence. Biafran Gospel and Bible. And one of the inspirations we have when we created 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel and the Bible is one thing. A lot of pastors have come, different kind of vision that is leading our people astray. But our eyes is on the ball. We can never fall to the trap of deranged people like Ngozi Orebeze. We can't fall to her trap when we have up to 555 eyes watching each and every rincon covering this planet Earth. Now, Elias Galasoles, the chief of the lobby, he says that Chukwu Okike Abiama called him to go and search for his children. Chukwu Okike Abiama called him to go and search for his children. Then he went on and he entered inside Google, inside Wikipedia, searching for the people. And he found out that there is a place registered called Biafran government in exile. Then he has to contact them. He wrote a memo. Chukwuokike Abiama asked him to do. That is why he called it divine providence between him and our Prime Minister and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, only Chukwuokike Abiama will give us Biafra. But the most difficult thing in this struggle is you want to give some people freedom, and you will still come and teach the people what to do for them to get freedom. He said this is the most difficult part. Now, how do we understand this divine providence? In this divine providence that brought Elias Garasores, you will begin to understand everything that is playing. He wrote to Biafran government in exile through email. Then PM responded to him. Then from there, he spoke with the PM. PM explained the kind of problems Biafran have. For you to know the problem, he said, there are lots of saboteurs. As you have listened to all the program we just played this morning, he said, there are lots of saboteurs in fighting, self-destruction inside the life of Biafran people. Because before you sign this contract, you're supposed to know that this is a war between the rulers of darkness, powers in high places. Then he himself do understand this thing. He said Chukwuokike Abiama called him to go and search for his own lost children. It is still on debate, international debate, which we are looking upon Trump. We are looking upon the powers that rule this world today, that the truth will come and surface to this world. Then, what are we doubting now? The lost children of God. Do we come from Israel, or did Israel come from us? This is global question unanswered, but the result is in one place. But we know that Agoro, Esejebendibo, the ancient people of this very planet Earth, and the history of Aguleri can explain better and deeper. Now they know the truth. Someone have to stand up. Divine providence. The divine providence now brought Elias by Chukwuokike Abiama. He is not doing it on his own. Everyone here, you have seen the efforts of our lobbies. You have seen the efforts of our lobbies, what he is doing, the way he entered inside Washington, D.C., inside Capitol Hill, convincing every member walking inside Washington, D.C. And he says, Biafrans should know that Trump cannot just come and give you Biafra, but he has to do what they call side works. Side works. He must do side works, convincing every branch that is going to Trump, so that when Trump will hear the history of Biafra, Trump will not question it. because all his bone must have been weakened by the spirit of Biafra. When you have someone like Marco Ruben, Marco Rubio, Elias Galasores, Morgan Strategy, and all the people you saw our acting prime minister meeting, these are the members working with Trump. Then he said, and our acting prime minister also said, that many doesn't want their picture to circulate, but they have agreed to help Biafra get their freedom through this person you are watching his face here, the chief of the lobby under divine providence. Then our acting prime minister Ogechukwu Nkere then let Biafrans to know that 70% of the people inside Washington, D.C. has already agreed that Biafra will get their freedom. Now, he himself now has come to let Biafrans know that Biafrans are getting it wrong. Infighting, backstabbers, and he began to explain how it started. He go as far as telling you what we have in Igbo land that is called Igbo Enweze. And this is where the origin of the division started, Igbo Enweze. Onye ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa, naanị Mbeze ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa. Onye ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa, naanị Mbeze ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa. Then, from there, you get the language called Igbo Enweze. Igbo man doesn't have a king, and every Igbo man is a king of his own. Then, that is how our people begin to live like wild animals. When you go inside jungle, study the life of the jungle, the life of wild animals, you will see that a lion, when a lion grow up, the lion will choose its members and they begin to look for another zone. That is the life of Igbo people, and that's why we use Isiago, the people who cannot be together. Igbo Enweze. He has dictated the real reason why we are the way we are. That's why from this episode now, we have to listen to him. The little hour we have, we will analyze it. Then we will go to fundraising later. We have our things we have to do this Saturday. Now, let us listen. Let us listen. Grace Onwubi, I greet you. Welcome, welcome. Now, let us listen to the chief of the lobby. And the reason we told you, oh yeah, the sickness that you don't know the name is incurable. But when you know the name of the sickness, you can be able to produce the cure. You understand? APM informed him the other day, which we have everything recorded. He informed him the other day, you must fasten your seatbelt. You must sit up. We have a lot of enemies, both in and out. Before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, what happened? He said, we have enemies within and out. And he is like the God. I say, Mmade Buchi, human being is God. God in person. This is the God in person. And you cannot do anything about it. That's why PM sent message. All these ranters You people, if you people really need Biafra, stop insulting this man and his men. Because he is the God of Biafra, physical God of Biafra. Then, here you will then understand exactly what is happening. In Igbo land, there is a village called Ndi Obuonyoma, the people that killed the good people. And this exists in Igbo land. There is a village called Ndi Obuonyoma. It is a village. I don't know how many people who know that village. You can write us close village to it and where it is. I believe in Imo State, something like that. Ndi Obuonyoma, the people that like to kill good people, backstabbers, self-destructive people. They don't care. All these things you see going on today, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said there won't be anything like election, then Ifeanyi Uba and a lot of them planned to sequestrate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, try to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which they nearly killed him in Kenya. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu survived. Then it was Anambra State election that was about to be held then. Who initiated command and control and the political solution? It was Soludo. Simple mathematics. Soludo then initiated command and control and the political solution to deceive the DOS. Then, under self-destruction, backstabber, DOS now says, instead, Simon Ekpa will be the one that will bring Biafra. It is better Biafra not to come. Am I lying? Someone should tell me that I am lying in this. Somebody already said it. Okay, he said, Grace, you are lying. So someone should tell me if it's a lie. How command and control came if DOS people didn't say that instead Simon Ekpa will be the one that will bring Biafra. It is better Biafra not to come. That is where you get the language. Self-destruction. Backstabbers. You kill yourself, thinking that you are killing someone. That some people will come here. You know, why I show my face in the public is I need freedom. I want to go home. Just like I don't know who said that she don't want to die in America. She want to go home and she will give her body back to the ancestors. And we have foreseen everything. Then we decided to show our face to give light and give energy to people who may think that we are against. Here we are. Now, the chief of the lobby, who is the key connector, have now come to clarify what he understands in the life of Biafran people. Remember, the person that initiated the ideology of divide and rule is Usman Dan Fodio, which Ngozi Orabueze is serving under the umbrella of Usman Dan Fodio today. When we returned from Finland, I told people, I wrote in my Facebook, I say, Ngozi Orabueze supposed not to think of destroying CRC. She's supposed not to think of destroying government in exile and the homeland and the de facto. This is a red card. This will bring mighty division. And for this reason, that fundraising, she said nobody should participate. Myself, I am going to participate on that fundraising because my life must be protected first before enjoying freedom. Onye dendo, with freedom. Then I participated on that fundraising. Then Ngozi Orabueze jejely removed me from her selected group. And I say, Lord, thank you. Now, the chief of the lobby, who has the key to Biafra, and the key, we said, in this 555 vision, the sea has a new challenge every day, because the treasure is hidden in an open place. Now, the treasure, who owns the key, who is having the key to Biafra, is the man you are looking here now. And the Mazen Nandekane says, the worst thing in this Biafran struggle is you want to give people freedom, and you will still turn back and teach the people how they will get their freedom. That is what this man have started doing now, to teach Biafrans how they will get their freedom. Please, let us go and write it on. In comment section, you are highly welcome to tell us more. Remember that you writing in comment section, you are doing mighty job, because most of your comments is where we analyze the job we are doing. If it is good, if it is wrong, if we should energize ourselves, or if we should balance. Here now, we are not receiving attack. When we were being receiving attack, all those recruited rats from Ngozi Orabeze, who go 247 and all those junk, we energize ourselves and we begin to fight until things get normal now. If you are listening to this, please, this is critical thinking analysis. If you are positive, through comment section, you can give me what you want. I will apply it. Maybe I will speak because you are not showing yourself. I will speak it for you. Or even if I don't speak it for you, I will accumulate another day. It will be the subject of another day. That is why comment is necessary. From here, we see what the velocity and the balancing of what we are doing. Are you getting it? Now, Adade Oramma have told you people, and the many people who is watching my program when I analyze Adade Oramma, I said, there is something they call mgbe onye ji nụ ka o ji agba n'aka. Mgbe onye ji nụ ka o ji agba n'aka. When you hear, then you will begin to doubt. Meaning that everybody have heard that we have lobby. Everybody have heard that we have defense. But when you understand them, their job, then you begin to give velocity and the valoration of what they are doing. Adade Oramma now wake up to understand that without defense, we are not going anywhere. And without the lobby, which is the final, mbido na ngwụcha, there is we are not going anywhere. When you understand the deep meaning of our teaching, Adade Oramma finally understood it. And we told you people that Ngozi Orabeze, who is ranting, Adade Oramma has caused a lot of chaos in this movement, but that woman can be forgiven. Those who is watching me, you know, when I send the message to Adade Oramma, when she listened to it, she began to say, hey, Paul, because you are idiot. Paul, because you will be nonsense. Paul, because you will be this. Paul, because you will be this. We didn't care. We delivered the message. But within small time, the message we delivered then begin to penetrate inside her. Then Adade Oramma has come up now and begin to ask all the questions we told her to ask. Remigius have started asking all the questions we asked them to ask. Do you know now? You can also ask your own question on yourself. Then you will know that the mess on the ground is not with Ngozi. The lobby is not with Ngozi. Elon Musk in Twitter is not with Ngozi. Then, why are you following the wind? Ikenga Uruagu said that through him, our PM and the autopilot will be destroyed. You see Caterpillar, who is working with Ikenga. Then, how can Caterpillar work with Ikenga? With Caterpillar work with Ngozi? Why Ikenga is not working with Ngozi? The game is clear. The game is very, very clear. So, our lobbies now said what Biafrans are passing through is self-destruction. Then we are now going there. B. Akai, you are just writing grace. You are a big liar. Make yourself clear or you go away from here. We don't need distraction. This is critical thinking program. If you are not a critical thinker, you are free to excuse yourself. Okay? We don't invite nuisance here. You are free to excuse yourself from this place. That is the reality of the things. Now
Address to the people Biafra. I've been compelled to begin these broadcasts because of what I have seen, and it seems to me that Biafrans are in desperate need of guidance and insights, and my own spirit has guided me in this direction. We have seen much chaos and much confusion over the past few months in the Biafra space, and I've concluded one of the biggest issues is the unfortunately unreasonableness and inability to reason of some of our Biafran friends. So you could view this series as an educational opportunity where you can come and become educated and become enlightened and learn how to think properly and reason properly. Because this is one of the biggest issues that I've seen, and we need people in our movement to be thinking in a coherent manner if we are going to defeat the zoo, if we're going to defeat Nigeria, which are very formidable enemies. We can't be,
So, are you really following what we are doing? Mazen Namdekano says, the worst thing in this Biafran struggle is that you want to give people freedom and you will still turn back to teach them how they will.
But I will be focusing today on one particular area that I would like my Biafran friends to work on. Now, it's very interesting. Since I've been involved in this movement, since divine providence connected me with Simon, I've been...
Since divine providence connected him with Simon Eba, divine providence. This divine providence is the
particular area that I would like my Biafran friends to work on. Now, it's very interesting. Since I've been involved in this movement, since divine providence connected me with Simon,
this divine providence, that word, that was my title yesterday. Divine providence. Many of us in this place, there is something that calls you, that makes you leave nightclub, that makes you reduce a lot of fun, that makes you to be doing different things in your life. Then the money you will use to go and buy expensive shoe, expensive suit, you are putting it in Biafran struggle to make sure that you are free. That is a divine providence. And him, to his own side, he has a divine providence, which God himself called him. Say, go and look for my children that misruled, found in Omombala, across the river of Omombala, if you are following the message of Mazan Namdekan. Say, across the river of Omombala, Then Mazen Nambekano directed us in the Bible, the book of Nehemiah, how we came. The first boat landed, the second boat landed, and the third boat landed. What did they say? They say, the Okaruzibo, Aguruzibo, when you cross Aguru, then you will see the land of the ancient people. Those God created, yeah, Adam and Eve, he made them with his sand and the blow breeze. Human being begin to exist. That is why we told Adadoramma, ị na-akpọ ndị mbụ na ndị egede, ndị mbụ na ndị egede, ndị mbụ na ndị egede, until ndị mbụ na ndị egede akpa gị aka, then you will turn. What is happening today? Because we are not here to put words and lie against the people. The divine providence. We saw Ugo 247, we saw Kaya TV, we saw Ngozo Arabueze abusing this man. Say he is saying that he has a divine providence. This divine providence was the reason he came, connecting everybody inside Washington, D.C. to give you freedom. Now, we go back to what Mazen Nambekano says. He said that the worst thing in life is you need freedom. I know how I can give you freedom. Apply it at home. Apply civil disobedience. Try to fund your liberation. Then, these are the things that people who need freedom don't know how to freedom, but to teach them what they should do to get freedom. That is why he came now. He said, let him take it upon himself to teach Biafrans because of their ignorance what they should do, the kind of game they should play in order for them to come to Washington, D.C. Now, the divine providence, we go.
I've been witness to many saboteurs, to many people who have been causing problems. And in every experience that I have had, most of the people who have been problematic or who cause problems all have one personality trait in common, which I found very interesting. This is a very fascinating observation. They all had the personality trait, and again, they did not say this explicitly, right? They didn't come out and say this, but it just emanates out of them of, I am the king or I am the queen, and if I'm not in charge or if it's not me, then I must burn down everything and destroy everything.
Then, this is the area why when we start this program, we say, if you do not know the problem you are having, you will never know how to solve that problem. Igbo Enweze, you will see where he talk about Igbo Enweze, this place. And the Igbo Enweze is what we all are passing through. Soludo will come and recruit some men, go and kill your own people. Hope also them will recruit his men, go and kill your own people. Then Dave Umahi doing his own, Peter Mba is doing his own. Then Ngozo Arabueze has come now, recruit her own stupid and the ships following her, go and kill your own people. Exactly the same people Soludo is using, Ifeanyi Oba was using the same people. Ngozo Arabueze now recruit the people. This is what they call self-destruction. Then we go on.
Now, where does this come from?
Where does this come from?
We need to look at this sociologically. One of the reasons why Biafrans or the Igbo people are enormously successful is, as they like to say, you like to say, you are Republican in nature, yes.
He said that the Igbo people used to say they are successful, like what they used to say. Listen, Ato Ezenukbo is one of the richest man in Igbo land. Ato Ezenukbo came and told you people that a Babangida made him whom he is. Then a day will come when Obi Kubano will also come and tell you who made him whom he is. But comparing to richness, Ato Ezenukbo doesn't have shishi to compare Fulanis. Obi Kubano doesn't have shishi to compare Fulanis. All these people that is flying money everywhere, they have nothing. That's why he says they are self-created people. They are individually progressive. But Atezenukbo, for example, who is one of the richest person in Igbo land, who made him rich? Babangida. Simple mathematics. What he said here, we go on, let me push it back a little. If you are following us, a critical thinker, that is what we need here.
Now, where does this come from? We need to look at this sociologically.
Sociologically.
One of the reasons why Biafrans or the Igbo people are enormously successful is, as they like to say, you are Republican in nature.
Republican in nature.
You are what I would call part of an acephalous society, meaning without a head, right? So you come to decisions through consensus. You are much more democratic in nature than many of your neighboring counterparts. And because of that, you have a society that's based on achievement and individual initiative. And that's a primary reason why.
Individual initiative. Individual initiative. Do you understand what is individual initiative? I am full-blooded Igbo man. Individual initiative. And how those people you call rich people in Igbo land, how did they become rich? Atezenukbo, Hope Uzodimma, Soludo, all the politicians, who is making them rich? Sell your brother to us, we will give you money. Sell your brother to us, we will make you rich. Individual initiative. Individual initiative is what Ngozi Orabueze is applying today that makes him to come and teach people. We continue.
The Biafrans, the Igbos, are enormously successful. But as a mentor of mine once said, you know, your strengths can also be your weaknesses, and your weaknesses can also be your strengths.
Your strength can be your weakness, and your weakness can also be your strength. Igbo people has been generated cosmologically that they are the most wise people in Africa. But if Igbo people, Biafran people, miss this man, you will feel ashamed to identify yourself as an Igbo man in this surface of earth. And you know, this is the ideology of Fulanis. You remember when some Igbo people are changing their names to Hausa name, to Fulani name, like Celestin Babanyaro is a full-blooded Igbo man who used Babanyaro relatedly in order for him to play for Super Ego. So if you people think that you are under individual influence because you can survive on your own by selling all the rich people in Igbo land, all of them sell what their brother and they are not, and the brothers and sisters for them to become rich. What is he doing? Peter Obi killed his own people. Soludo killing his own people. Hope Uzodimma killing his own people. Dave O'Malley killing his own people. Peter Mba killing his own people. All of them individual initiative for you to be rich on your own, that people will come and they worship you under Igbo Enweze. And how does this work? Anyone that doesn't know your sickness can never cure your sickness. And he is telling you your weakening point. And that is the reason he is under divine providence. If you don't know the meaning of divine providence, go inside your dictionary. Trace what is the meaning of divine providence. This man has come to serve under the authority of divine providence. So we continue.
So there are positives to this, but there are also potential downsides to this. One of the phrases that I found interesting that came up on several occasions was in Biafra land or in Igbo land. There is no king, there's no queen. Everyone is the king and queen of their own household, right? Now, this is very important.
In Igbo land, there is no king, there is no queen. Everyone is a king on his own household. Igbo enwere eze, onye ọbụla bụ eze nke onwe ya, odogwu everywhere. Self-destruction and how it come. We are under deep analysis. If you like, you come here, you pay attention, and those people writing comments, Grace Omubia, thank you so much for your comment. We want to be reading comments. Self-destruction, how it came, and who laid the egg? Usman Danfodio. All the politicians, the Igbo politicians today, all of them are serving under self-destruction led by Usman Danfodio, which Ngozi Orabueze have come to finish up in our own time. But this divine providence, which all of us are into, Ngozi Orabueze can never succeed. That is why you go to comment section, people are paying now attention because everything is questionable. We continue.
I think one of the problems is that people take this phrase of there is no king, there is no queen, everyone's the king or queen of their own household, right? And they completely misinterpret that or reinterpret that to I am the king and I am the queen, right? So because of this, you have some Biafrans who are very prideful, very egoistic, very conceited, to the point where, regardless of how naturally intelligent they may be, their conceit makes them daft and foolish. And because of that, because of this, you have some Biafrans who are very prideful, very egoistic, very conceited, to the point where, regardless of how naturally intelligent they may be, their conceit makes them daft and foolish.
Regarding on your intelligence as an Igbo man, you didn't allow the colonial masters to ride on you when they came. Then you can you can manage to survive, which our elders, our ancestors taught us. Okwa told his own children, "Uno toruji, uno atoro mboro." Igbo man can adapt to every circumstances that come. Then when you begin to make the money, you become daft. That you begin to claim to become the rich. That is why Mazen Nnamdi says, when Biafra will come, everybody, all this Indi Igwe and everybody will go to abyss because they have become naturally stupid. That is what the lobby is telling you here, right inside Washington, D.C., the end of the world. If you people survive, he will say he will take advantage of his teaching. If you fail, the chronological history of Igbo people is what will come here. That this is the life of Igbo people. Are you listening to him? If you try to share, if you like, because we have 1 hour.
And because of that, they engage in these self-destructive activities because, right, if you interpret that or reinterpret that to I am the king and I am the queen, right? So because of this, you have some Biafrans who are very prideful, very egoistic, very conceited, to the point where, regardless of how naturally intelligent they may be, their conceit makes them daft and foolish. And because of that, they engage in these self-destructive activities because, right, if your attitude is I'm the king, I'm the queen, the Americans have a phrase about someone's floating on cloud 9, but given my experience with Biafrans, these people are floating on cloud 100, right? So you have one person's a king floating on cloud 100, I am the king, another Biafran lady thinks they're the queen, floating on cloud 100. They're up there. there are other, let's say, Biafrans who think I'm the king, I'm the queen, also floating on cloud 100. The moment they intersect, invariably there's going to be a problem. You know, one person says I'm the king, the other person says I'm the king. Invariably, they're going to start stabbing each other. They're going to start to do things against each other. They're going to start to try to undermine each other. There'll be jealousy. There will be envy. Out of that, there will be sabotage. And then you get into the very vicious and negative circle. Right? So that is a problem. And this is not.
Do you hear this thing? And someone just wrote something. Benjamin C. Patrick. The person that disappointed me most in all this buhaha is Obinna Victor Ozaganobi, a foolish human being. Same mistake he did during accountability group time. Chameleons in human form. People who is being born self-destructive people. That some people, like Ogodoman, living in Canada, will bring himself so low that Ishiake Mbi Ugo 247 is the person interpreting law to Ogodoman in Canada. Do you see how things fall apart? Yeah, the blind are the people leading the people with their two naked eye open. Ugo 247. This was when Adado Orama was projecting in Ngozi Odabeze. We asked the Biafran people, how can you people be taking advice from Adado Orama onto law when you know that her own intelligence come from, maybe she grew up, however she grew up, but she believed on that spirit of Igbo, that one day they will lead her to a better way, but not going there to take advice that concerns law. Advice that concerns law, you don't need to listen to people like Ugo 247. You don't need to listen to just why this guy said here now that, but you don't blame Victor Ozaganobi so much. Victor Ozaganobi went to school in Nigeria where they are on strike. What Victor Ozaganobi learned is how to write English and how to speak English. There are differences on you read English, you understand it. You listen to English just like I am listening from this man now. I am understanding and digesting what he is saying. But Victor Zaganobi went to school to read he learned how to read and how to write English, but he don't understand English. These are two different things. Copy this area, send it to that idiot called Victor Zaganobi. He is a disappointment in terms of education. Then we continue. Self-destruction. How does it come? You make money. What is the aim of every Igbo rich man in Biafran land? You make money. You begin to buy the lands of your neighbors. Then you manage to build your bungalow in the village. You go to Lagos, you build and waste all your money in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Kaduna. When you return home, your village people will come and be paying homage to you, worshiping you like a king. Then you will then take a chieftaincy title. They will give you Omemboji. They will give you Okurora because the money is with you. When you needed more power, you will begin to recruit touts that doesn't have the advantage of going to school. You recruit them, you tell them, go and attack this man who is trying to rise up. Maybe there is an intelligent child growing up in that community, and this guy is coming up viciously that he is trying to come and tell this man that has money, the way you are spending this money is not the way. You're supposed to help people and let them go to school. As much as Nigeria couldn't send people to school, there is no free education, there is no health care. give them, help them, let them invest in human being. Then the guy ideology will be going up. Then the one that has money will now begin to fight against the one that is growing, or the one that is intelligent, like the one that went to school, like a Victor Ozaganobi, he can speak English. The way he is now fighting against the lobby, recruiting people like Caterpillar to go and fight people who is fighting to defend them under the umbrella of Ngozi Orabueze, who is working with the Ikenga Uruagu. A simple mathematics. Now, this is what this man is saying here, that all of you are working under self-destruction. One person will get money and begin to buy others. And that is how people will begin to come and begin to bear false witnesses. When the rich person will try to take the land of that widow, some people will collect money from him and they bear false witness and they collect the land of the widow. Is it happening in Biafran land? This is happening. We continue.
Not a virtue. This is a very, very big weakness. And another problem that Biafrans have that I've noticed is they try to portray everything about themselves as positive, including negative traits. This is not a positive trait. This is a very negative and self-destructive trait. This is actually one of your biggest problems. And this is what's leading you to a lot of your own self-destruction. So let's try to be constructive here, right? My challenge to Biafrans is this, and this is going to be very difficult for some of you people because of your very big pride and ego. Very, very difficult, but this will be very, very necessary. I want the Biafrans out there.
Because of your pride, because of your ego, he is bringing now a solution, knowing that it will be very, very difficult, because what we are suffering is something that came from gene. The problem of Igbo people is genetic, is gene. Remember, the people that sold their own children highest in the history of slave trade are Igbo people. That is why you go to Haiti, the people that made up Haiti are Igbo people. And in Haiti today, what are they doing? Self-destruction. All the islands you see in South America, the people who made up that place are Igbo people. Bahamas, Papua New Guinea, all those places you see black people in all those islands, they are Igbo people. At least from the history of slave, you will know which people sold their own people more to foreigners. They are Igbo people. So the problem of Igbo people is genetic. And unto the divine providence which he is serving on, God says, all your children that's scattered all over the world, I will bring them home. Only if you listen to this advice. He is bringing the solution. Then we go to the solution. Let me bring it a little back.
Very, very difficult, but this will be very, very necessary. I want the Biafrans out there who have this mentality of I'm the king and I'm the queen and you're floating on a cloud to once a week try to go throughout the day dropping this mentality of I'm the king or the queen. Just try to do this one time a week.
One time a week. Try to drop the ideology that I am the king. Try to drop the mentality of I am the leader. Try to drop this mentality. Drop one a week. Then you will be able to start to cool up where we are. We understand the power of law. We understand the power of unity. That is why we told all these people that scattered, on that skate of Ngozi Orabueze, you people turn back and they face the reality. The reality is what he is telling you here. Solution to your problem, because he is in the door gate. Door gate, in the gate or in the door, in the way to the freedom of Biafra. This is the man who is standing there. And he is giving you solution to your problem, because he knows your weakening point. And I understand the weakening point of Igbo man. Someone who will sell his land and use the money he sold the land he inherited from his father, from his ancestors. Then he will use that money to buy visa to leave his own father's land. And when he got visa, to sell himself as a slave in America. Then your pastors will turn back to clap for you in the church and say, God, thank you. My daughter, my son has gotten his visa. He has migrated to America. He has migrated to England. They are now in far Asia, Australia, for greener pasture. You left your land. They destroy you. Some are in England. So they will put you in a cardinal perpetua that you don't even have paper. That you have to begin to, if you are a woman, you need to get birth. A white man have to sleep with you to give them a human being in exchange of getting paper in order for you to be legal to suffer and build their land. If you are a man, you need to look for their own men, for their own women, in order to give them children in exchange of having one card like this. You are telling me everything is okay. Now, he is telling you solution to your own problem, what you need to apply to stop this madness. In the history of Biafrans, in the history of slave trade, Biafrans, Igbo people, sell the highest slave. Is it true or lie? In the comment section, those who know the history of slave trade, Igbo people are the people who sold their own people highest. During colony, Igbo people are the people who said, you cannot colonize us. That is where the braveness of Igbo people begin to come. Because colony came. They say, okay, these people are fighting so much. There is a lot of argument among them. Let us try now to colonize them. Then the colony came that brought about woman riot and the everything behind it. You understand? Now, when Michael Okpara came and they begin to make a good investment that people have to live well, then they say, no, if we leave these people, they will progress because they are naturally talented. And anybody who is intelligent in a positive side can also be intelligent in the negative side. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in one of his broadcasts, he says that the greatest saboteur in this world is Igbo person. And there is a film Mazen Nnamdi Kanu instructed us to go and watch. Igbo person was used in that film as the greatest saboteur of this very planet Earth. Remember, everything that has men has women, west and the opposite and the other one. If you are intelligent, you can also be stupid at the same minute. So if Igbo people, Biafran people couldn't take this advice and this man turned back, do you know what will happen? Those who is trying to understand the prophecies and the predictions from 555 vision, you know what will happen? The right to exist will be taken away from Biafran people, and those names, Chidimma, Chibuike, Chimampa, all those names related to God will vanish. And that is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, God, you are the only person that will give us freedom because we are not pure. But if you fail to give us freedom, it means that God does not exist. And he came as a divine providence. Then we continue.
This will be enormously difficult, probably maybe more difficult than anything else you have done. Very, very difficult. Not because it is difficult, but because you're so ingrained in this mentality. So try to go once a week. Believe me, in the beginning, this will be very, very painful. Now, once you're able to do once a week, then do twice a week, then do 3 times a week, going throughout those days without this mentality of I'm the king and I'm the queen and I'm floating on cloud 100. Now, if you keep doing this, eventually you will have a change in your mentality. And you...
Machi best channel. You said something. You said, but it was handwork of the nurtured Fulani. Then Machi, in our own understanding, if you go above 1804, when Usman Dan Fodio entered the territory called Nigeria, that time Nigeria is not existing. Then 1804 to 1808, when Usman Dan Fodio began to conquer Hausa people, then Usman Dan Fodio initiated this ideology of divide and conquer, which generated all the places today. And 1804, when Usman Dan Fodio entered to the time of slave trade. Who can tell me the time of slave trade here? Slave trade has been before Usman Dan Fodio entered the territory. So in this time, Igbo people have already started selling their own children to the slave masters. When does the slave trade started? 1600. You understand? 1600, 1500, 1500, 1600, 1700 to 1800. When Usman Dan Fodio entered Nigeria. So Igbo people have been selling their own children as a slave. They did not protect their own children. So this is a genetic problem. You understand? Then it reduced when slave trade was cancelled. And the people who is still pushing their own children out of their own land are still Igbo people in the territory of Biafra. Which people can you found? We originally born with. Okay. So out of Nigeria territory, the territory in Nigeria, the territory of Biafra, then you come to 40 states that make up Biafra. How many people do you found all over the world wandering like people that doesn't have father and mother? It is a simple mathematics. So these people are the people who consistently pushing their own children out of the land of their birth. Try to understand what we are doing here. Genetical restructuring. That is what we are doing. And Elias understands this thing under divine providence that God called him. If this man would go inside Pentecostal churches to preach, this man will have more followers, but they will tell you that they are waiting for someone that will come from sky in the name of Jesus, Yahweh Yeshua HaMashiach. Then all these people that pack themselves inside Pentecostal churches and Catholic churches, all these Christian and the Muslim, all of them need salvation. But the message is not going to the multitude. The message is going to the people that understand the gospel. You understand? That is why this message is not circulating. Divine providence. If somebody like TD Jakes name of all these pastors, Mbaka, for example, in Igbo land, preach divine providence. You will see how many people that will share this message and they analyze deeply the meaning of divine providence. He is working under divine providence. And he knows our problem from taproot. And he is here telling you, Igbos can hustle individually, but they cannot unite. What you're supposed to do, remove the ego, remove pride, remove all those things. Then you can be able to see your way out. Then we continue, please.
You will become much more grounded. You'll become much more reasonable, be able to think much more rationally, and most importantly, a lot of the problems that have plagued the Biafrans or the Igbos in terms of jealousy, backstabbing, sabotage, self-sabotage, I can guarantee you with this change will be reduced by at least 50%.
Sapi promise. Thank you so much. The movie Mazen Nambekano asked Biafrans to go and watch. Sapi, let me tell you, I must confess, I forgot the name of this movie, and he have brought the movie here now. The name of the movie is Enemy at the Gate, which I have to take a snapshot so that I will be able to understand the true weakness of Igbo man. Enemy at the gate. Igbo man is the enemy at the gate. Natural. Then Malachi said, he came to correct himself very well. My brother, I am not against you. We are here under critical thinking. Said, it was planted by the British and nurtured by the Fulanis. Britain is the people that colonized this world. Britain colonized America. Britain are the people who started this movement. When Portugal began this movement of going up and down, then you begin to see a lot of people that they used to make a history, which I will still remember the name. Then Britain, who colonized America. Britain, when they are doing this thing, they call it British diplomatic English. That is why nobody can go and hold Britain ransom or bring them to judgment. They sell their idea, they sold their idea, and our people bought the idea. If you are intelligent, you value your own children, you value your own people, you don't buy any idea that will go against your own children. You understand what we are talking about? You cannot call, I cannot come to you now and tell you go and destroy your own children and you listen to me. But in Igbo land, the people they are saying it in Nigeria. In Yoruba land, you see people, the Yorubas are the people who you see evidently using people for human sacrifice in the Yoruba land. But they painted it to be Igbo people. Though there are some things being shown that Igbo people are also inside this ritual. You bring your own child, you bring your mother, you bring your father, then you bring it, you kill the person in order for you to make money. Someone told you to do that. Kill your own people for you to get money. This is what this man is talking about here. You must know the problem of these people before you can be able to solve it. This is what we call divine providence. We will continue because of our time. We have 30 minutes.
Right? Because a lot of the backstabbing, the jealousy, the self-sabotage, the sabotage of others comes from, oh, I'm the king, and because I'm not in charge, now all of a sudden I have to completely burn everything down. Right? And we see this problem, right? The reason why, for example, be reduced by at least 50%. Right? Because a lot of the backstabbing, the jealousy, the self-sabotage, the sabotage of others comes from, oh, I'm the king. And
because of the backstabbing, self-sabotage, self-destruction, all these things came from Igbo Enweze And now, let me become the king. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came, they say, who is this small boy? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu then used radio to generate his message. Today, when you want to talk that Igbo people doesn't have king, they will tell you that the Igbo people is ready to listen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as the king of Biafra. Igbo people is ready to listen to Simon Ekpa as the second man in command because they are giving the people what they need to hear. We know our problem. That is why the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, restoration of Biafra will become the last miracle on earth. Then the message of Simon Ekpa said he will follow a template that will make the prophecy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a reality. Two different games altogether, or pursuing one goal. But because I want to become a king, Ngozi Orawabweze want to become the queen, she must recruit charlatans to go on looking for those who is fighting that this reality of miracle, the last miracle of this very planet Earth to become a reality. Ngozi Orawabweze now recruited her dogs, her chaps on the social media, where you will find Kelenna TV, where you will find Humble Sheep, where you will find Ugo 247, where you will find Kia Kai TV, where you will find the other one. There is one woman that is ranting anyhow. A lot of fools that doesn't have direction. Again, there are other men that call themselves men, that is they referred as admins. Maybe you go to somewhere like Spain, you will see that the admin of Spain, how stupid they become, taking the people of Spain, giving to Ngozi Orawabweze, donating money to Ngozi Orawabweze to recruit a Bubagu to go and kill and destroy the people of Biafran land, just because they need power. We don't see the admin of Germany like Rose them. We don't see their faces again because now the message we are delivering, which is pure and purified, is penetrating. A lot of them is dying in shame. They cannot summon courage like Adado Rama, like I don't know, like what is Remigius, and some people you don't know their face, they are turning. Because when you come to comment section, everybody now is listening, meaning that the message is penetrating. When Ngozi Orawabweze started all this, their saga, what happened in comment section? Hey, Thunderfire, you will be Sabo, you will be this, you will be that. You have not given me anything. You are not paying me anything in what I'm doing here. This is a self job under divine providence. That's what I'm doing. And you will summon courage. You come here and begin to call me names. What is the reality? The reality is understanding the template that will give you the result. We continue because of our time.
Because I'm not in charge, now all of a sudden I have to completely burn everything down, right? And we see this.
Because Ngozi Orawabweze is not in charge. She has to now go and recruit Sampe. She have to now go and recruit Caterpillar. She have to now go to Ikenga to bring all those bad eggs that was inside ESN then. Self-sabotage, self-destruction. Igbo enweze. And if, since Igbo doesn't have king, let us burn it all. Instead, Ogechukwu Nkere will be the acting prime minister. Ogechukwu Nkere is serving under PM. Temporarily. If PM come out, Ogechukwu Nkere will say, Master, this seat is very, very hot. Come and take your hot seat. I don't even know how you manage. Simple. And some people said, instead, Simon Ekpa will give them freedom. It is better Biafra doesn't come. Do you know Sumudu? Sumudu said, instead, it will be Ogenkere. It is Biafra. It's better Biafra doesn't come. Do you see the guy that is called Iko Tuonye? How can men be so stupid? Iko Tuenya was asking, how do you know that the PM sent the message? Adade Orama let them know. We published every writing way how PM sent the message that everybody should go back to bridge and re-strategize. You don't need running, but you need to come and re-strategize the movement inside your home. Reshuffle and make a good plan. Then you move. That is what he's telling you. He go to when you say, oh, as much as it's Ogenker, he is not going. Sumudu say, hey, if it is Ogenker, he is not going. Did Ogenker, no, is the answer. Did you hear any news that Ogenker eat Biafran money? No, is the answer. Rather, what you will hear is that Ogenkere is giving his own in a bunch. We will continue.
This problem, right? The reason why, for example, you have DOS people who say, well, if Simon is helping achieve Biafra, then we'd rather not have Biafra, is exactly because of this mentality. And you see how destructive this mentality is in statements like that, where essentially because of this very foolish pride and egotism, you are completely acting against your own self-interest to the point where you're going to completely destroy the ultimate goal just because you don't like someone or, you're not the one doing it. So, this is a very big problem. I'm providing you a practical exercise, a spiritual exercise to address this problem. And, what I'm telling you here, I think has much more value than all those fake pastor evangelists, whatever they call themselves, in the zoo. As I've said, try go and, what I'm telling you here, I think has much more value than all those fake pastor evangelists, whatever they call themselves, in the zoo. As I've said, try going at first once a week, and what I'm telling you here, I think has much more value than all those fake pastor evangelists.
That what he is telling you here is much more value than all those pastors and evangelists faking themselves in the zoo, like Adeboye. Who saw that Buhari is not there, but to keep on promoting him. Who saw that Tinubu is not doing anything good, he is still there. A more by Chris Yekinome, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, then come and tell you people that any day you wake up, say you are going to church, you are going to hell direct because they are not teaching you anything reasonable. This is the lobby who is very, very close to Donald Trump. The person you are clamoring or pleading to give you freedom. He is the one telling you this word today. That what he is telling you now, divine providence. Can you copy this message? Give it to Uche Okafor, that a pastor, to preach what divine providence means inside personal life, not unto Jesus. Inside personal life, not inside Bible, inside me and you. That is somebody who knows that Trump came. He said he will finish and stop the war in Ukraine and Russia, which Obama they voted, promoted. And Trump came. He said he will stop that war, Ukraine and Russia. And after that, he is now looking towards Nigeria because Christians are being killed in Nigeria. And because of the killings of Nigerians, of Christians in Nigeria, he elected what is this name, man? This spokesperson. The leader of religion. The leader of religion of Donald Trump. I will remember his name on a time. The leader of religion is someone who loves Christians very, very much. Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is the leader of religion under Trump. And Trump said he is going to look inside Nigeria, which he already asked Buhari, why are you killing Christians? Then this light of Biafra, real light of Biafra, this man you are seeing here now, he is the person. They are the people from Morgan Strategy. They are the people who insisted that Marco Rubio and Michael Rubin will remain in the power under Donald Trump. And the information of Biafra is on their table already. Then he told you he is serving under a divine providence. But you people should go and amend your ways against backstabbing, blackmail, everything negative. Remove all these things out of your way, because the table of Trump is very, very clean to receive you people. This is the simple message. Simple message. Because the history must be rewritten. When we are delivering our message here, we told you that the archaeologists and the historians of this world, they said that the history of this world can never be complete until Africa is revisited. They said the history of this world can never be complete until Africa is revisited. That was when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu began to reveal all the secret agendas and all the secret places in Biafran land. And me and you knows that the Old Testament is the history of the ancient people of this earth. Where does it found? After Agrozibo, Anambra State. Then you get to the land of the ancient people. The ancient, we used to preach about the Igbo ancient kingdom here before. You understand? Because they want to rewrite the history of this world. What are they presenting? Is Igbo people ready to take correction, or are they not ready to take correction? He has left his job as a lobby who is just presenting books, papers. But he has taken another job to be teaching Biafrans. But it does not surprise me from 555 Vision. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, when the most difficult thing is people need freedom, and you want to give them freedom, but you have to come and sit down to teach the same people what they should do to get their freedom. That is where this message is going. Let us continue to listen.
Whatever they call themselves in the zoo. As I've said, try going at first once a week without thinking I'm the king and I'm the queen and I'm the great whatever. Then do 2 times a week, then 3 times a week, and then all of a sudden in your day-to-day life, this mentality, which is a very foolish mentality, will be dropped, and you will be able to become more rational, more reasonable, and much less destructive to yourself and to others. So, this is something that I would like my Biafran friends to work on. I know it's not easy, but if we want Biafra, we must do this, because we're in a difficult situation where not only do we have to save Biafrans from the zoo, save Biafrans from these adversaries, but we have to save Biafrans from themselves. So, let's begin working on this together. I think this will be a very good first step. And again, it's important that Biafrans come to these videos to be educated, because unfortunately, and I'm speaking very honest, and again, this is something, as we say, is tough love. Unfortunately, some of you just don't have any sense. Some of you have no sense, there's no reasonability, no rationality. And I think rather than simply criticizing some of you for being very, very confused people who don't know the difference between your left foot and your right foot, that it's my obligation to come out here to educate you so you can be enlightened. The only thing that you need is to come here with an open mind, to listen to what I have to say, to confess your own ignorance, and to understand that you must be educated and you must be enlightened in order to be saved from yourselves and also those who seek to destroy you. So I appreciate having this opportunity to communicate with you today, and I look forward to many future communications. As we say, is tough love. Unfortunately, some of you just don't have any sense. Some of you have no sense, there's no reasonability, no rationality. And
do you really listen to what he is saying? This is the person who is standing in the gate of your freedom. Can you doubt me that this man is not sharing idea with the Trump? Morgan strategists, the people who put Trump in power. Do you know what he is doing? He knows that if he finally gets Biafra, his name will become like Abraham. Let me just tell you people, this thing they call heaven and the earth, write your name in the book of life. And when you read the people that wrote their name in the book of life, you will begin to see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You will begin to see. But you who is living in America, you call it Washington, D.C. George Washington is the person who created that Washington, D.C. For example, the name is in the book of life. That George Washington that ruled America before, that his name is the name you see today called Washington, D.C. And all the streets you see, they are the names of the people. They are the names of the people that wrote their names in the book of life. That you are going to Zeke's Avenue, you will know who is Zeke. You are going to Avanikoku. Avanikoku, who is Avanikoku? You go to his history. You are going to Ojuku Bunker. Who is Ojuku? Why do you call it Ojuku Bunker? Who is Ojuku? You go to somewhere like Ivory Coast, you will see Ojuku place. Why is his name existing in that place? You go to France, there is a bridge that is called Lady D Bridge, where Lady D, the wife of Prince Charles, where she was assassinated. The bridge was renamed by her, writing your name in the book of life. Then what do you think Elias is doing? The person who finally liberates Biafran people, the children of God on the planet Earth. That is why he takes it upon himself now to re-educate you. And then mind you, if you think that the world is seeing you as an Igbo person, as a Biafra, as the most intelligent person, you will rightly be mistaken, because your intelligence can also be transformed to be the most useless people. As much as you saw Hope Uzodimma, who made Hope Uzodimma governor of Imo State from fourth position to first position. They remove Ihedi Ohamma and they put this man that caused death to his people. Yet some people is following him. Naanị Mbeze ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa. Every other person. Onye kwụrụ ọtọ egbutuo ya, nwa naanị Mbeze ga-akwụ ọtọ n'ụwa. Sibube. Look at Soludo. Recently, Soludo just killed innocent people. That is going to work. Yet, masses are coming out on the street and telling Soludo, solution, we are following you. So, if you think that you are a Biafran, you are the most intelligent person in this world, you will rightly be mistaken. It's not an insult. Because your intelligence can be stupid. You understand? As much as you will join people you know, just like we told them before, that the P2B killed Biafrans under Owazurike. A pastor and his wife said, what is the problem? Just like Ngozi Oronebeze told I don't know that all this killing you see now, no problem, people can die, no problem, that a small time it will stop. But the people who died, what led them to their early grave? Self-destruction. That is what he is teaching here. Try to understand it. If this man, if Igbo people, Biafran people fell, remember all these 40 states, not every one of them voted for Biafran referendum. There are some places in Biafran territory under the 40 states, they managed to gain 40%. They managed to gain 60%. And these are the people whom, according to Malachi, he is insisting that we will bring the news that Britain imposed this strategy on Fulanis. Then the Fulanis carry this ideology that you should accept Fulani more than your own brother, just like Asare Dokubo is doing today. Asare Dokubo, Edi Aban, his grandfather came from Igbo land and immigrated to Bonny, to Ijo. But Asare Dokubo decided to be killing his own brothers in order for him to serve Fulani. Self-destruction. Self-destruction. So our lobby knows our problem, and that is why we place confidence on him. If we survive, okay. If we do not survive, we have done our best. Simple. And what did Mazen Nandekano say? That always keep me. Sometime I will come, like I have my time today. Nobody is paying me anything. There is a time giddy every day. Now we take it easy. Now when I come here, I will tell you. And what is the thing that is keeping me? Mazen Nandekano says, Biafra will not come under our righteousness. Only Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us Biafra. And bear it in mind. This is Asena Mado. Chukwu bụ mmadụ bụ Chukwu a na-afụ anya. Look at him there. I will bring this analysis another day. Maybe when he will, because this program he started now, it will be a series. Some people who is close to him should advise him that we are bringing his message to the public. We are bringing his message to the public, and we know our problem, and we will deliver the message to our people. Then Sapromise, thank you, a wonderful analysis. Some people think that Abraham is a spirit, not knowing that those people are human beings like us. Yes, some people never knew that Abraham, Papa Abraham, Abraham, where to be mayor, where more. Some people nature Abraham, where born no way to see Abraham, go and check the origin of Abraham, where he originated. All these things are coupling of history. They said this history of this world can never be complete until Africa is revisited. You know the man that came the other day to teach about the origin of Igbo, telling you the full meaning of Abraham, Joseph, and all these things. PM called and say, let us hold on from that teaching. Let us hold on from that teaching. Let's go to Finland, get Biafra first. Then that man, Emeto Chai, will be invited again to explain more about that teaching. How many people will remember? We know the history, and that's why Trump returned. He said he wants to rewrite the history of this world. And according to, we used to follow history, we used to follow some deep things, the archaeologists, the scientists, everybody, we are following their histories. They said, for this world to be in peace, those people crying in Africa, they should hear from them that the history of this world can never be correct. We are living in lies in this world until you recognize the ancient people of this very planet Earth. Then the world will then have peace for 10,000 years. Go to the book of Revelation. You will see it there. The world will have peace for 10,000 years. And after that, maybe a robot they are creating now will take over. You know that human being generated from animal, no? In a biological form. And how do we prove it? If you look at your head, you look to your papa head, you look your forefather's head. Then, if you have image of those people, you will see how it is changing. Then you then look to your own children. You will see the changing. It is simple. We have to educate ourselves in different form. The kind of message we have in 555 Vision is not, there is no time for me to come here and begin to say that this idiot called humble sheep is collecting money from Ngozi Orabueze for me to have followers. Like a 247 came and say Ogechukwu Nkere is paying me $400 for him to have content to sell to the public, selling lies. Emmanuel Olemeju sold the same lies. Adade Oramwa sold a lot of lies. And after much, what is happening? Those that have conscience are returning. Those that have conscience are saying, but wait, why is it that Ngozi Orabueze is not with the men on ground? Why is it that Ngozi Orabueze is not with the lobbies? Why is it that Ngozi Orabueze is telling you that the money you are paying is to charity? Why is it that I don't know would decamp herself out of Ngozi Orabueze? Why is it that Ngozi Orabueze is telling you that she is working close with the governors? Why is it that Kenguruago and Caterpillar is now related to the activity of Ngozi Orabueze? Why is it that they transform her name now to become Ngozi Orabufulani? These are the questions you should ask yourself, because a teacher can teach, but a listener can listen. Your memory is made for thinking and reasoning. Simple. And lovely Biafrans, we thank you so much.
I think rather than simply criticizing some of you for being very, very confused people who don't know the difference between your left foot and your right foot, that it's my obligation to come out.
Do you see the kind of introduction they are giving to Biafrans? You are representative. The people that doesn't know the differences between their left foot and their right foot inside Washington, D.C. I'm coming. Okay? I'm coming now. I'm coming. So they are telling you inside Washington, D.C., if Biafra survive, okay. If Biafra doesn't survive, this is what he is going to publish in his own book. Because he have set up the history. Ngozi Orabueze recruited Iraqs to come and begin to insult this man. He said he found it obligative for him to come and educate these people that doesn't know their left from their right. Listen to it. I'm coming.
have no sense, there's no reasonability, no rationality. And I think rather than simply criticizing some of you for being very, very confused people who don't know the difference between your left foot and your right foot, that it's my obligation to come out here to educate you so you can be enlightened. The only thing that you need is to come here with an open mind, to listen to what I have to say, to confess your own ignorance, and to understand that you must be educated and you must be enlightened in order to be saved from yourselves and also those who seek to destroy you. So
you must be saved from yourself and those that have come to devour you, to destroy you. You must save from yourself. That is where you get self-destruction, self-fighting, infighting. Save yourself. Then you save yourself from those lions, from the Fulani, from the Britain, from Europeans, those who put pipe from your land. They put pipe and they taking your gas and the oil. The oil now is coming, is going through Niger to Morocco to Algeria, down to Spain. From Spain, they will bring it to France. From France, they will circulate it to Germany. From Germany, it will go all Europe. Save yourself from those who, from yourself, and to those who come to destroy you. Listen to him here now, and it is a must.
That it's my obligation to come out here to educate you so you can be enlightened. The only thing that you need is to come here with an open mind, to listen to what I have to say, to confess your own ignorance, and to understand that you must be educated and you must be enlightened in order to be saved from yourselves and also those who seek to destroy you. So I appreciate having this opportunity to communicate with you today, and I look forward to many future communications.
Look forward to many communication in the future. Save yourself, then you save yourself from those who come to destroy you. He has your theory. He has your theology. He has your chronology. That's why we started this teaching from slave trade, self-hate, self-destruction. If you say it is a lie, tell me which people sold their own children more in number in the history of slave trade, more than Igbo people. In the comment section, but as at now, we call it a break. We mind other business. Thank you, lovers of freedom. We love you all.
Papa,
I'm coming.